we'd speak German, we'd speak English a little bit in the barn, milking cows.
Oh wow.
For like 2 hours every day because I didn't have a job.
Havara, nimm der Klon, weil den sagt der Leben. Did I nail it?
They say things in a way that you think they're being mean to me, but they're not. That's just how their culture is. They love people. The Austrians are, I think, some of the nicest people on the planet.
So we're just heading over. Ah, I think that's him.
Hey.
Hello. How are
Servus.
you? So, servus.
Good.
Not scripted at all. we totally just met. So, can you introduce yourself a little bit? Who are you and what are you doing here?
So my name's Jonny. I'm from New Zealand and I've been living in Austria for 3.5 years. Yeah, I learned some German and I make videos.
Nice.
Is it filming?
Yes.
So, herzlich willkommen. This is the Gelbe Blitz. Gelbe Blitz means yellow lightning in German, in Austrian.
Oh, you even have your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, your branding is strong, man.
But there's no AC, so if you die on the way, I'm very sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Bro! I'm burning!
It's really bad. If the camera dies, I'm very
Because
sorry.
of the heat?
Because of the heat. We should stop complaining. Now we sound ungrateful.
So let's continue with the introduction. Like, how did you get to Austria? I saw your video. I'll link it over here in the card thing, but briefly for people who don't know. How did you get to Austria?
I was 21 years old and finished university, and I went to Thailand and Cambodia and Vietnam with a friend to travel. And then when I was in Cambodia, I met an Austrian girl and I fell in love with her, I guess. I visited her in Austria and then I stayed in Austria.
That's crazy. That's seriously like, it's one for the books, you know?
Do you know the word lieb?
Lieb?
So in Austria, all the time they say lieb. This is sehr lieb.
Ah, c'est lieb.
Lieb. Yeah, but they say lieb.
Oh, the pronunciation is so different.
Is different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is so lieb. Yeah. We say that as well. So what are you doing now? Are you full-time creating? Are you working?
I try to make funny videos full time, and I get paid by like sponsored posts.
That's good. How would you describe the content you make? What kind of funny videos?
I play Austrian people, New Zealand people, German people in a same situation and make fun of Austrian German culture. Like an easy example might be Reparaturseite in Austrian. That word means the repair beer or repair cycle. So when you wake up with a hangover, Austrians say the cure is to drink a beer and then you don't have a hangover. Yeah.
I think in Germany, like, they would just drink tea in the morning.
Oh, really?
That's interesting. You also have a podcast, though. Is it still running?
Yeah, podcast is called Austrian Kiwi Podcast. You can listen if you want.
Okay.
It's in German.
It's in German.
Yeah.
And like, how did you start with your content?
One day I was biking home and I thought how crazy it is. When someone walks in the bike lane, Austrians get so angry, and Germans and Dutch people, they get so angry, like, like really, really angry.
I have no idea what you just said.
And I thought that was super funny, so I made a video on TikTok and it got like 50,000 views overnight.
Ooh.
Which for me, like the first
video.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like 10,000 likes, and I was like, what? And I had to make more, and I made more, and here I am.
Wow.
Sweating in a
yellow blitz car.
Yellow lightning.
Yellow lightning. What's your personal favorite video though?
I made this video one time. The video is I play an English speaker, and the video idea is like I don't understand German news. And German news is so hard to understand. So the video is like there's a news update that all wine and beer is poisonous, and Jonny, so the New Zealand guy, doesn't understand, and he sees all of this wine in the supermarket that's super cheap. So he starts buying the wine because obviously it's poisonous, and he drinks the wine and then dies. But it's like so stupid. It's like such a stupid video, but it's my kind of humor, so that's why I like it. It sucked, like no one liked it.
Then the next question would be, what's your most viral video to date then?
The most viral video would be the one that I made about a guy going to an office and the lady says, Deutsch or English? He says something like, if I say German, I might not understand, and then it's awkward. But if I say English, then I'm not going to learn German. And then he says, heute probieren wir Deutsch. And then the lady just like starts full gas, like Deutsch. Ja, okay, passt. Dann wie kann ich dir helfen? Magst du Doppelzimmer oder Einzelzimmer? Like all that. Yeah, I think that has like 4 million views on Instagram or something.
Oh, I think that's very relatable. I mean, I also always have this dilemma of like Deutsch or English. I speak German, but not really. But if I say English, they're gonna hate me and think I'm an Auslander who knows nothing, uncultured, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's very relatable. So I can see why that was a big hit. And what's the craziest thing that content has brought you to do?
2 weeks ago, I was on a cooking show, and before the cooking show started, they told me they're cooking fish.
Okay.
And I said to them, like, I love cutting up fish. I love filleting fish. And then they changed the whole show. And then they're like, okay, cool. Then you can cut the fish up. So the whole show's in German. So I'm like standing there with this big salmon in front of me. And the lady starts asking me questions in German. And then I start freaking out. I'm like, I just couldn't. My brain just stopped working.
Oh.
And then I just said, "Can we start again? Can we start again?" And I just started freaking out. Like that was the craziest.
I was thinking more along the lines of like you went skydiving for a sponsored video, but okay, I guess that was also crazy.
Yeah. That was quite cool.
So, as a fellow content creator, I personally think your videography is really cool. It's very movie-like. Like I think you pay special attention to it. Like how's your workflow normally like when you make a video?
Thank you very much, because I love special camera angles, but I didn't think I was good at it until you just told me that.
It's movie-like for me.
Really? Yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. The idea firstly has to be creative and good and stuff, and then I make a script. And then I film, and when I film, I just start thinking, how can this be more creative? Can we film with special camera angles, or I don't know, slightly different scenes, maybe with a tractor, or like with
a tractor?
Yeah, I love including like I didn't have to drive a tractor for that scene, but
you did.
But I did, and yeah. So I don't know. It's not too special. I just I hope that answered your question.
But you normally make a script first and make it fixed, or do you go with the flow as you're filming?
It's jumped to the park, but that's a different story.
Yeah, it's fine.
I make a script and then I instantly film, and when I film I think, oh, that could be fun, or that could be fun, or yeah.
How long does it take for you to produce one video normally? Like with everything from scripting, editing, uploading? Like
6 hours to
6 hours
to 8 hours, or could be 2 hours. It depends. If it's a super easy video, it's like 2 hours. Yeah.
There's a bench right here with a tripod that's definitely not set up.
Whose is this?
I don't know, but we can sit here for the next interview. Look at that, the park's nice. Wow. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you more about like adjusting in Austria, stuff like that. So first off, like what does a day in your life look like outside of content?
Yeah, it's a lot of emailing people, because my money comes from brands,
like
right?
reaching out to people and stuff.
For example, if I want to make a video for a company, then they ask me, I give them ideas, they ask how much money, I tell them how much. It's like back and forth. That takes a lot of like time.
That's true, that's true.
Other stuff, like I want to make a language learning app now, maybe. That, like we had a meeting this morning for like an hour and a half about that. And I don't know, just like other things that I can do.
What about hobbies? Like do you go spazi and hiking? Or?
I like to drink beer with my girlfriend.
That's a hobby? That's a hobby?
Yeah.
That can be a hobby. It's Austria, it's fine.
I like to swim. I like to go to the lake. Not this one. This is grausig.
That.
Do Do you say that? Grausig?
No.
See, there's so many Austrian words that you don't say in German.
Yeah.
Grausig. In Austrian, you might say, "Ah, this is grausig. Nah, this mag ich nicht." Do you understand that?
I understood the second part. I don't know what grazi is, but the second part is like, das mag ich nicht.
Yeah, that's so much different. Like the nicht. Like, cause I always learn nicht.
But the nicht, I think it depends on which region in Germany. In my region, it's nicht.
Nicht.
Or net. Like just
Net.
the plat is like
Yeah,
net.
net.
But it's not nicht.
Yeah.
With the
Anyway, sorry. I don't really have many hobbies.
No, it's okay. Beer drinking with your girlfriend is a good enough hobby.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Where's your favorite place in Austria?
Dialect.
What's that? Where's that?
That's where I live.
Okay, at home then.
At home. No, that's a typical Austrian thing too. Like, home is schöner als.
Really?
Yeah. Bleib mal lieber daheim. Favorite place in Austria? I like Mondsee. Mondsee or Wolfgangsee.
So the lakes then?
Yeah. Go there, swim, have a barbecue, go home.
Okay. How was it like adjusting to life here? Like, also I saw some videos of you milking a cow and stuff. How did that happen?
Yeah, so when I first moved here, this is interesting, I think. When I first moved to Austria, I didn't have a job, so I started milking cows with my girlfriend's mum. So we would wake up, she would wake up and she'd milk cows, but at 5 o'clock every day, I would go to the barn with my girlfriend's mum that I just met, and she doesn't speak English. We'd speak German, we'd speak English a little bit, in the barn milking cows.
Oh wow.
For like 2 hours every day because I didn't have a job. So I thought I can help in the farm.
Is that also how you learned the really Austrian dialect and everything? You had no German basics, right?
I went to 2 German courses, I think.
Okay, here.
In Austria, yes.
Yeah.
And other than that, I learned all my German just from living here. So
wow.
When someone's born, you understand what they say, what they do, you learn the culture. And I just did that like again and again, and then I gradually like learned how to live here and how to speak.
Wow.
And, I don't know.
That's really amazing because I think your Austrian dialect is really spot on, you know.
Thanks. Dankeschön.
So, talking about differences in New Zealand and in Austria, what's better there at home and what's better here?
In New Zealand, I love fishing a lot. Beaches in New Zealand, the best beaches in the world. Beaches, fishing, kayaking, swimming, diving, spearfishing.
Wow, really nature related.
Yeah. Skiing you can do in New Zealand, but more in the south. So that's what I love about New Zealand. And what I love about Austria is I love the traditions in Austria. So when someone's born in Austria, it's crazy. When the girl gives birth, the man goes to his friends' mates' places and they all drink together. So while she's having her child for the first 6 to 8 hours, the men are drinking beer. It's crazy, right?
That's so messed up though. I wouldn't want my husband doing that.
I know, me too. I mean, I don't have a husband.
Okay, that's really interesting.
That tradition I don't love, but they love the tradition. Like Bierzelts and Christmas traditions, the Christmas markets. Like, it's just so rich and beautiful sometimes.
Wow. Can you teach me some Austrian words?
Yeah,
so I can impress Austrians.
So you know the word oida? That's the first.
Oida. What does it mean?
So
You
oida,
use it a lot in your videos.
yeah, oida's kind of like an extension to your emotions. So
Okay.
it could be used as the F word. So yeah, Australians, for example, they would often say like, "Oh, just effing do it," or "That tree's effing big." I don't want to say it, right? But you're exaggerating how big the tree is. So in Austrian you might say, "Oida, der Baum ist riesig." So like it's kind of like that. Like that's how you'd use it in Austria.
Oh, it doesn't mean necessarily something bad. It's just more like an emphasis to the sentence.
Yeah. So the actual translation is Alter, like old one.
In Germany people use Alter.
Yeah.
Alter.
Yeah. Was machst du, Alter? Maybe they say, right?
Yeah. As well. Oida.
Oida. But also like when someone cheats on their girlfriend, you might say like, Oida. Like, why would you do that?
Oida.
So it's like you can use it in any sentence.
That is really the German equivalent of like Alter.
Okay.
You would do that for
Okay.
those scenarios.
Okay.
Interesting. What's another one? What's like a phrase that like Austrians wouldn't even think Germans use it or know it?
Okay. I think this is hard. I'm probably gonna mess this up.
Okay.
But you could say something like Havara, nimmst da Kloen, weil den sagt die Liebe nicht.
What does that mean?
That means like Havara means like dude.
Havara?
Dude, take a clear one because the liver can't see it. So on the table there's a clear schnapps
Okay.
and a blueberry schnapps. So it's blue, right? And so in Austria you might say, this is something I learned, Havara nimmst da Kloen, weil den sagt die Liebe nicht. So like, dude, take a clear one, the clear schnapps, because the liver can't see it because it's clear, so you don't get a hangover. So weird, eh?
What was the whole thing again? Havara? I have to write it down, then I can read it. Havara. Havara. Nimmst da Kloen, weil den sagt die Liebe nicht. Did I nail it?
It's okay, I think. I don't
It
know.
was okay, it was just okay.
I'm not Austrian.
I'm not gonna put it in the opening then. But I think it's really impressive that you learned that much without having that much basic German. Like normally, like for me, I learned basic German and then I went to Germany to learn the real German, you know?
Yeah.
But you, it was nothing and you really learned it from how people use it day to day. It's very usable, like,
Yeah.
practical, it's very practical.
Practical. Maybe 2 years of being here, I freaked out when people spoke to me because they'd say things like, I don't know, is this Platz frei or something? And then I'd be like try to say German. I understand, but I can't answer.
Yeah.
I freak out, and then, but now I've just gotten so used to saying, Entschuldigung, wie bitte? Oder
Bitte.
Entschuldigung, was?
Bitte.
Bitte. Another German, Austrian thing would be ahoibe, like sauf mal ahoibe.
No idea.
Like let's drink a half-liter beer.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry.
But I would say maybe if like people living in southern Germany, like Bayern region,
Yeah.
maybe there are more similarities.
For
Because I'm
sure,
like
yeah.
there west, and even like if people from like Hamburg, like north,
Yeah.
or Berlin in the
Yeah.
east, like even the German slang
Yeah.
is really different.
Yeah, Bavaria and Austria
Or like,
are friends.
are they really, or
I
is it
think
like
so.
a love-hate relationship?
I think they're friends. If you are
Wow.
listening and you're from there, you can comment. I don't know.
Yeah. Because like even Cologne and Düsseldorf, for example, they always fight. I mean,
Okay.
like not fight, but they keep making jokes about each
Yeah,
other. you know?
banter and.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting that Bayern and like Austrians don't have that.
I think they're friends.
So what do you think is something you want people to know about Austria, or like people wanting to move to Austria and having fears that they can't really adjust here, or is there anything that you would like them to know?
Yeah, Austrians can be such assholes. Like I got so scared of Austrians that I started to not like Austria. But it's not the whole of Austria, and it's also just the way that they speak sometimes. They say things in a way that you think they're being mean to me, but they're not. That's just how their culture is. They love people. The Austrians are, I think, some of the nicest people on the planet. But I think when people come here, they think this person was mean to me. They can be mean, but
So would you say like Austrians are more direct, like in comparison to people in New Zealand?
yeah, sure. I think Austria is as beautiful, maybe if not more beautiful than New Zealand. Like, such a beautiful country. And like I said earlier, the traditions have so much life. There's so much life and beauty in Austria. And it takes like 2-3 years to learn how to enjoy it. But when you pass that barrier, it's one of the best countries to live in, I think. I've only lived in 2, but yeah, it's good, yeah.
Nice. Okay, then let's wrap up this video. Thank you for showing me around, for the food and for the talks. If people want to find you, where can they find you?
Just search Austrian Kiwi on Instagram.
And in other
And
platforms?
just search Austrian Kiwi, it's okay.
It's everywhere. It's
yeah,
the same
I don't know,
everywhere.
just, yeah.
Okay, so how would you say like see you next time or something in like Austrian dialect?
Danke und
Oh, don't shit!
Vierte.
Yeah. I made a video with different languages. An Austrian guy sent me and it's Danke. That's
Danke.
Dankeschön.
Yeah.
Danke.
Danke und Vierte.
Danke and vier.
Vierte.
Vierte.
Vierte. Passt ja.
Pascha, danke und viert I'll end it there. Bye. Okay, I'll just try. What was this? Oh, very good. And I learned a lot more Austrian phrases. And Schuigonga is so cute.
Schuigonga.
Wo bist denn du in Schuigonga?
It's so good. It's really good. If any Austrians are listening, I think it's good. What do you?
They'll probably comment on that video then if they think it's good or not.
Hopefully.